Human immunodeficiency virus is a virus that attacks the immune system so that the body is weak and unable to fight infection and disease that undermine the body. For HIV disease, there is no cure or method of healing. This disease can only be slow in its development. Meanwhile, acute immune deficiency syndrome is a condition where HIV sufferers are in the final stage due to infection. When the person has AIDS, his body is unable to fight infection or disease. HIV prevalence in Indonesia in 1987 until 2017, there is 56% in male, 31.6% in female, and then 11.8% in unknown. And then the age group with the highest number of AIDS case, 20 until 29 years, 31.5%, 30 until 39 years, 30.6%, 40 until 49 years, 12.8%. And then the three major provinces with the highest number of AIDS case in 1987 until 2017. Number one is Java with 17,000 case, and then Papua number two with the 13,000 case, and then in Jakarta and with 8,000 case. HIV is transmitted by unprotected sex, drug addict, blood transfusion, pregnancy, and then non-sterile instrument. HIV cannot transmitted by touching, dog food, with a kiss, insect bite, and then in the pool. To reduce the spread of HIV virus, we can try to avoid it or stay healthy and safe. HIV disease is very dangerous for the human body because it can damage the cell in it. Although there are not currently drugs or vaccines that can prevent HIV infection, however, HIV transmission can be prevented with the ABCDE concept. Number one is A, abstinence. In this concept, if someone who wants to prevent HIV virus, someone who is not married should not have sex or do free sex, because this is the most effective and safe way to avoid HIV infection. And then B, be faithful. If someone wants to avoid HIV infection, so they can be faithful on one person for sex. Don't make some mistake, such as having sex with multiple partners, because it can increase the risk of contracting of HIV virus. And then C, condom. Condom is only known as contraceptive, which is useful for spacing birth or unweighted pregnancy. However, safeguards have an important role to play in preventing the spread of HIV disease. D, drug. People at risk of exposure should be tested for HIV status every year. If you experience flu-like symptoms including weakness, chills, sore throat, red spots, and the other, immediately do an examination. It could be what is the fault due to acute infection from the HIV. And then the last E, education. Searching for information about HIV, such as how to prevent, how to transmit, and treatment can help someone to prevent HIV transmission. In order to avoid the dangers of lurking HIV, if you are equipped with knowledge about HIV, so it's possible that someone will not misunderstand about the cause of HIV disease. And then what should we do? Number one, we can prevent the transmission, get HIV test regularly, and then cure with ARV by doctor reception. And then the conclusion, HIV virus that attack the body immune system, HIV can cause AIDS and interface with the body ability to fight infection. The virus can be transmitted through contact and influent blood, semen, or vaginal fluid. And then the suggest we can do various positive things to avoid HIV, such as doing hobbies and other positive activities. And we must not leave HIV survivor. They need us to keep the spirit of living their life. And then the last I have some quotes. And, don't forget to celebrate the World AIDS Day. Maybe one day we can celebrate the Free AIDS Day. Thank you so much.